These are the 5 most common misconceptions about Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and most people still believe them. You might think chanting makes life easier, that you're supposed to feel spiritual, peaceful, or even instantly better. But what if the discomfort is the practice? If you've ever asked, am I chanting wrong? Why do I feel worse after? Why isn't it working? This is for you. Let's break down the top 5 things people get wrong about Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, so you can finally understand what this practice really is. The first big misconception: if I chant correctly, life should get easier. But here's the truth. Chanting doesn't remove your problems, it reveals them. It brings your karma to the surface, so you can finally transform it. Nichiren Daishonin chanted with his life on the line. He faced exile, violence, persecution. Was he doing it wrong? No. He was polishing the mirror of his life and teaching us to do the same. And we have a beautiful large wall art in our store of the moment. Nichiren was saved by a higher power. The link to our store is in the description or pinned comment. Buy this exclusive art that daily reminds you who to honor. When your problems rise after you chant, don't panic. That's not failure, that's friction. And friction is how we sharpen a blade. Misconception number 2, you're supposed to feel positive all the time, that if you're sad or struggling, you're chanting wrong. But Buddhism isn't about pretending, it's about becoming real. You can cry while you chant. You can feel nothing while you chant. You can scream it through your tears, and it still counts. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo isn't a mask, it's a mirror. It shows you everything: your strength, your sadness, your shadow. And that is not a weakness, it's the path. Misconception number 3, chanting has to be peaceful, quiet, spiritual, like a temple. Let me say this clearly. Nichiren Daishonin never said, chant only when the mood is right. He said, chant night and day. Even when your house is loud, your thoughts are messy, your voice is shaking, you are not calling a god, you are calling your own courage. And courage does not need incense. Even a drum struck in anger still makes sound. Even a whisper of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo moves your life. You are also called to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Misconception number 4, you need to understand the words for chanting to work. But Nichiren never said the understanding does the Buddha's work. He said the voice does the Buddha's work. You don't need to understand electricity to turn on a light. You don't need to decode every note to be moved by a song, and you don't need to know every character in the sutra for it to awaken your life. Faith is first, practice is first, understanding comes later. Like walking through a garden you already live in. The mystic law responds to sincerity, not to a perfect translation. Misconception number 5, you can chant for anything you want. It sounds empowering until it becomes transactional. Like chanting is a vending machine, desire in, result out. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is not a wish list, it's a vow, a declaration, a mirror, not a magic lamp. Yes, chant about your struggles, your job, your health, your love, but not with a clenched fist, with an open heart. Because the goal isn't just getting what you want, it's becoming the kind of person who no longer needs it to feel whole. So let's remember the 5 things people get wrong about Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 1, it's not supposed to make life easy. 2, you don't have to fake positivity. 3, chaos is not a disqualification. 4, you don't need to understand every word. 5, chanting is not about demanding, it's about awakening. The purpose of this practice was never comfort, it was never control, it was clarity. So chant through your doubt, through your confusion, through your noise, not because it will fix everything, but because it will reveal who you truly are. Here's what this looks like in real life, not as an idea, but as a choice. They didn't chant to erase their problems, they chanted to stop running from them, and slowly, they changed. Not overnight, not by magic, but day by day, their life began to match their vow, not their fear. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo didn't give them a different life, it gave them the power to live this one, deeply. If any of these misconceptions made you doubt your practice, you were never doing it wrong. You were learning to see clearly. Drop a comment below and tell us which of the 5 misconceptions held you back. You never know who needs to hear your story. And if you're thinking, but it still doesn't feel like it's working, then this next video is for you. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is not working? Watch it. You're going to see this differently.